Okay, this should be fine. Oh shit, let me get back here. What the? I keep on clicking on the wrong stupid stuff. Oh shit. There we go. Alright. Hey guys. What y'all up to today? Holy moly! They actually are adding in this on here. Wow. Hold on, let me check this. Did they actually add that? Let me look. Sorry, I just noticed that they had ads at the beginning of this. I had never seen that on streams before, but then again, they started a new feature for streaming. Let me check. I think it'd be analytics, monetization, on, skippable ads, not skippable ads. Huh. Maybe. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Anyway, how's everybody doing? What kind of anime you guys want to talk about? I am obviously going to be as soon as the RWBY episode drops tomorrow, I'll get it out for you guys, obviously. I'll make sure my room is straightened up, obviously, as best I can, considering, the fuck? What is wrong with my thing? Why is it not showing my messages? I'm very confused. Hi, Lamia. Hi, Twist. I haven't gone to the movies in ages. I think the last movie I went and saw in theaters... I think the last movie I saw in theaters was the Detective Pikachu movie. I think. Yeah, I think it was. I think. For some strange reason, this is not showing my messages. There we go, okay. Yeah, for some reason this was being weird. I have no idea what that is even about. And sorry if I'm holding the phone like this. I'm reading the chat because it's easier than doing this. And you guys know how bad my vision is. Even though I did have that surgery, I still have to get cataract surgery. But I'm going to have to wait till the cataract gets big enough before I can even get the surgery. And so until then, I have to wait until then to be able to get new prescriptions for my glasses. Because that's what I need to fix my vision right now. Anyway, so I hope everybody is having a decent day. Anyway, I don't know if you guys ended up seeing the good news video I made the other day. Actually, let me grab something real quick. But, we found out that originally we thought that he had cancer in my dad had cancer in his lung and in his brain. Well, they had done biopsies on his lung 2 times at first, and they couldn't get a viable sample either way. So they weren't even sure if that was cancer, or tumor, I should say, or if it was something else. Well, he had a fever, so they had him on antibiotics, and they were trying to figure out what was causing the fever. Turns out, they did a CAT scan on his lung because they were trying to find out what was causing the fever. You know, because they didn't know if it was an infection, or the cancer spreading, or something else, I don't know. And that spot in his lung is gone. I was so happy when I heard that. I wasn't, I wasn't really like jumping around or anything, but was talking to my mom on the phone at work when that was going on, and my boss was trying to check something on the camera because somebody was stupid enough to steal 10 packs of toilet paper that we had on a U-boat outside because we have some of the stuff outside. And she was trying to find who stole it because she was trying to see if it was on camera. And she saw me on the phone and said I looked happy. I guess I did. But I was happy. Thing is, though, we have been trying to get him... The hard thing is going to be getting him to not only, quit smoking, obviously, but to get him to eat. Because he'll eat a little something in the morning, for example, and then he'll go the entire day without eating. And then end up, walking into the house a few times from his little man cave, I guess I should say. And end up using that energy he got from what he ate. Because his knees gave out on him earlier today. And my mom and I had to go help him up. We couldn't, so we had to call my mom's brother or my uncle to come and help him up. And, well, he was able to do it easily because my dad has lost a little weight. And my uncle picks up heavy things at his job, so he was able to do it like it was nothing. And so we've been trying to get him to eat. My mom made him a banana milkshake and a hot ham and cheese, I think, with some chips, and she said he ate half the sandwich, and I'm assuming at least half the milkshake, which is something. Out of the ones I'm currently doing? Is that what you're asking? I'd have to look. Because I think I have it listed on my thing. I think I have it set in I have an email draft where I have this little stuff written down so I can keep track of it. Or at least I think I do. Excuse me. Sorry. Anyway, like I said, excuse the mess. That suitcase over there and the clothes are my mom and dad's. They are, that's from when they went for his last treatment. He's got 8 treatments in total. He just came back from his 4th one, so he's got number 5 coming up. So he's over halfway done with his chemo. And you could tell he's losing his hair, because if you were looking at him from above, you would be able to see, patches where he's losing the hair, and you could see he's weak. And we've been trying to get him to eat, because then maybe he'd gain some weight. It's just hard to get him to eat. Anyway, as for how many shows I have left to finish... Are you talking about how many shows I finished recording for, or how many shows I finished... Wait, what am I saying? Never mind, hang on. Videos left to upload. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Wait, 1, 2... I'm about to count, hang on. 1, 2, 3... 17 shows currently that I have finished recording reactions for, but have not finished uploading for. Now, that's due to just not getting it done and having videos left to edit and then do the reviews for, and I just haven't gotten around to it. Because with all this going on, I haven't gotten jack shit done. You're not coming in here!
I want pizza.
I have no pizza!
Where is the pizza?
You guys all ate it all!
I did.
I had 3 pieces. There was 1 piece left, but I don't know where it is.
There's a half piece left.
And maybe it got thrown away. I don't know. You both ate 2 pieces. Granddaddy never ate his piece. I don't know where it is. Heck, I made him pizza for lunch and he didn't eat that. This guy just didn't feel like eating. He just didn't feel up to eating. It's hard to get him to eat. Excuse me. Anyway, I hope you guys are excited for the RWBY episode tomorrow because, oh boy. Not sure what's gonna happen because, I mean, both sides had a right to be angry, considering everything that has happened in this entire show. Even more so for Jean in this volume, considering we still don't know how long he was there. I'm assuming years have passed at least. With that stupid time fruit thingy, whatever the freak it is. That world is just weird. Shows out of all the shows? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Those are all the shows that I have... Out of all the shows that I'm doing, those are the ones that I have finished. There's 17 of them. They are Banished from the Hero's Party, Cells at Work Code Black, Didn't I Say to Make My Abilities Average in the Next Life, In the Land of Leedale, I've Been Killing Slimes for 300 Years, Kaguya-sama Love is War, My Next Life is a Villainess, actually it's My Next Life is a Villainess, All Routes Lead to Doom, Seven Mortal Sins, Skeleton Knight in Another World, The Devil is a Part-Timer, The Greatest Demon Lords Reborn as a Typical Nobody, The Misfit at Demon King Academy, The Saint's Magic Power is Omnipotent, The Strongest Sage with the Weakest Crest, The World's Finest Assassin is Reborn as an Aristocrat or something like that, To Your Eternity, and Trapped in a Dating Sim. The World of Atome Games is Tough for Mobs. Those are the ones, out of all the ones that I am currently doing, that I have finished. Everything else, I still have extra reactions to do. So, hopefully, I am hopeful that, if I'm being completely honest, ever since, my dad's cancer diagnosis, I've been trying to get videos out for you guys. I've wanted to record. I really have. I really wanted to binge record and get some of these videos out for you guys because it's been a while since I've done some of the shows. Like Black Clover, it's been a while since I've done that one. It's been a while since I've done, let me check real quick. Some of these shows that it's been a while since I've done, Fairy Tail, for example. Hunter x Hunter, Monster Rancher, definitely. And a bunch of others, and I haven't been able to get around to it, and even when I have time, I just haven't. It's not that I'm burnt out on this, I guess it's just I'm burnt out on everything else going on, with my dad being sick, having to watch my nephews when they go for his treatments, work, having to deal with all that by myself. Oh, I mean all the kid stuff, and having to watch them, get them on the bus, juggle my work schedule with that, and essentially being the one to do all the dishes, the laundry, getting them fed and bed and everything, with not a lot of help from my sister, considering her new job has her working from 11 to 8 at night, and my brother not really helping out too much. It's just a lot, and I guess I'm just burnt out on all that. And I think it's taking its toll on anything else I want to do, to be honest. But I'm going to try to make an effort to get as much recorded the next 2 days off I have from work, which are Monday and Tuesday. I'll obviously get the RWBY episode out tomorrow. And as for the My Hero Academia episode, I might have to wait until after I get off work tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Sunday, sorry. Because I have to work 10 to 2 that day. But Monday and Tuesday, I will try to get up and get as much recorded as I possibly can, barring nothing else happening. I hope to God not. No new episodes of what? The ones I'm done recording reactions for? Is that what you're asking? I'm sorry, my brain, like I said, I've been on burnout. My brain has been, out of it. The past, months. If you're talking about that, then, I just haven't gotten around uploading anything. I just haven't gotten around to editing, essentially. Like I said, everything, when I get a chance to do something like that, I just don't feel up to doing it. I just don't feel up to doing it because I've just been wanting to just sit here and do nothing because I guess maybe that's the only time I don't have to worry about anything, really. Because everything else has been stressful ever since we got this diagnosis. And we're all worried about him because he is stubborn. And it's hard to get him to quit smoking. And eat like he's supposed to because he's been losing weight and that is not good when you're going through chemo. But yeah, also when I'm not on my days that the days I do have to work, I will try to get editing done. I can't make any promises on how much I'm going to get edited, but I will try to get some stuff edited. I did get some stuff edited the other day. I don't remember what I even edited. Oh my god, I don't even... I edited, My Next Life as a Villainess, All Roads Lead to Doom. I think I edited 4... the last of the episodes, I think, of that. Which culminated into 2 episodes, I think. Because I think it was, episodes 8 and 9 in 1, and then 10, 11, and 12 in the last one, I think. But yeah, I will try and get some more, as soon as I finish this live stream, I'll try and get some more stuff edited. And if I can, barring those 2 being quiet, because that's another reason why I haven't been able to get anything recorded, because of those 2. And you know how kids are. They have too much energy and won't listen to a gosh darn thing we say when it comes to being quiet. Hi, Khalid? I'm sorry if I'm butchering the name. I'm not good with foreign languages. If you're new, welcome to the channel. If you're not new, welcome back. Like I was saying, I haven't been able to get anything recorded or uploaded, really, for the past months because of everything going on with my dad, with his health, and work, and having to take care of my nephews when my mom was taking him to treatment, and just everything is just culminating into burnout with all that. And it's, when I have time to do this, it's just, I guess it's just finding the motivation to do it, essentially. Because I want to, really. It's not burnout because I don't hate it. It's just finding the start to do it and then keep on doing it, essentially. Because you gotta get started on it and trying to find that momentum, essentially, to keep doing it. Because I'll get an episode recorded, like whenever I'll get like a My Little Pony episode up. I'll get that recorded, and then I just won't... I'll be like, oh, I got a video recorded, I'll be fine. Because then I'll feel like I got something done. So, I'm sorry I haven't been able to get anything up like I usually do. It's just, you guys know, with all this going on, it's just harder to do. And like I said, I apologize that I'm not able to get it done as I used to, but you guys do know that a cancer diagnosis for a loved one, especially a parent, is a very stressful, very very stressful time. And to top it off, it's brain cancer. It's not just like, I don't know, skin cancer or pancreatic cancer or something like that. Something that is more treatable. It's brain cancer. Something that is a lot harder to survive. And I really, really don't want to think about the worst case scenario. So you would think that I would be using whatever time that I wasn't working or taking care of my nephews to throw myself into something to distract myself. Easier said than done. I guess with everything else going on, that it's just, when I do have time to myself, I just want to, relax. Because this essentially is a possible job in the long run for me, if I can get to that point. Because 6 months into being monetized, I am almost at the ability to be able to get my first payout. It's a minimum payout, but it's a payout. So that's half the time I thought it would take. I thought it would take a year to get to that point. And it's all thanks to you guys watching all the Ruby reactions. Well, heck, the Ruby reactions are what get her a good portion of that. The channel member that I've got, that also helps too. And heck, it'd be great if I can get some more channel members, but I'm obviously not going to make you guys do that. But every little bit does help with that. Hi Astral, I'm sorry, I don't... I have over 1,400 subscribers, and I barely know any of them. Oh my god. Well, then again, some of you guys do change your usernames a bunch, so it's hard to know if I'm talking to someone I've already been talking to, or if it's somebody new. Because the channel member that I've got, they tend to change their name a little bit. Just a little bit. And I know some people do. But yeah, that's part of the reason why I haven't been able to get anything done. Is because whenever I do have time to do anything, any time to myself, I want to use that time to relax. And just, I guess recover from, that day's, work, I guess. Because there have been times where I've had to work like 8 days straight before I get a day off. And then go right back into it for work. And with my dad's treatments, it's been like he goes in every 3 weeks now for his chemo, and they'd be gone for probably, it's between 4 to 10 days to get the chemo out of his system enough to where he could come home. So they could be gone at the minimum of like 4 days, or they could be gone the whole 10 days. And then they have that time period left before they go in for the next treatment. Anyway, enough about... Oh my god, guys. I am so sorry. I've been sitting here talking about my personal life and probably boring you guys when we're supposed to be freaking talking about anime. And I was trying to talk about Ruby. Anyway, but yeah, both Ruby and Jean have a right to get angry, considering what happened in the last episode and what's been happening in this entire show. Like I've said, I don't know if I've actually said it in the actual reaction itself, but for those of you who are new to the channel, you guys, like I said, have probably heard what I was saying about my dad's cancer diagnosis, and I've been trying to help out and working more and trying to earn as much money as I can to help with the bills, since he was the one who was doing the main income, and thus money is tight. Channel memberships and super chats and super thanks are available if you want to do a one-time donation. Not required, obviously. It's optional. I'm just letting you guys know it's there. Anyway, let's go with Jean. Talk about what's going on with him, why he's so upset. We don't know how long he's been in that place. Yes, I think he landed... For some reason he landed first. Oh, no, he didn't land first, I think. He probably landed last, because he did fall last. But with that time fruit thing, we don't know how far in the past he went. Because we know he went in the past because he met Alex, and now we found out Lewis, her brother, who was the original subject of that story, that fairy tale. So we don't know how far in the past that was. And he lived through that entire thing, her betrayal of him getting poisoned because of her, and being helped out by that paper villagers. And because they did that for him, he feels indebted to them, and they're the only people who essentially have helped him his entire time there, so he feels indebted to them and wants to protect them. And coupled with the tree, the cat, what he thinks the tree is for, because we don't know what the tree is for. He says the tree is death. The cat says it is ascendance. We don't know what's actually true. We don't know how Jean got his information. How he knows all this. Because he got poisoned before they got there. And he didn't get to see what happened. So the only people who could give us a clear-cut answer on that would have been Alex, Lewis, and the tree itself. Or if there was a guardian of the tree, when we get to that point, they could tell us what happened. Or than that, even the cat doesn't even know what happened because he didn't get to see what happened.
What?
So he's just assuming that they're all being manipulated and lied to about the tree. And I can understand him thinking that way because, I mean, this place is all cuckoo and crazy, and I mean, who knows how much... Well, then again, we don't know how much sanity he's got left at this point. And that kind of worries me, considering when we get to the point where they do get to the tree, are they going to have to sacrifice somebody? And I hope to God it's not Jean. I really don't want to think about that, because if they can't get him back to normal, his normal age, I mean, I have a bad feeling they might sacrifice him. Or he might choose to sacrifice himself so the others can get home. If it comes down to that. And I really don't want to think about that. That actually is a good question. Because we saw the paper people die because of the water, and thus in their minds, they've achieved ascendance. Which I'm thinking is possibly reincarnation. Because the way they described it, it's they are reborn with a new purpose, which means essentially reincarnation. But would that mean they keep their old memories? I'm thinking not. I don't know. Maybe? But yeah, anyway, what was my train of thought here? Anyway, he's indebted to the paper village people, and he's been trying to keep them safe from all the freaking dangers that have been trying to kill them for we don't know how long. We don't know, like I said, we don't know how long he's been there since that time fruit thing happened. It could have been at least 20 years, 30 years, because he doesn't look like too old a guy. Because I'm assuming he doesn't have gray hair. Or starting to gray hair, so that must mean maybe he's in his 30s? Maybe? If it still works that way, anyway. Because we don't know how long humans normally live in this world. I'm just going by like normal humans. So if we're going by normal humans live by, I would assume he's in his 30s, early 30s, late 30s. Excuse me. And being there that long dealing with all that craziness while trying to find map out the area and trying to find any kind of lead he can come up with to get out of there, and waiting for his friends because he saw them all fall. He knew they were going to be there eventually. And then when they finally show up, everything starts falling apart. Neo was there and attacking them. The Paper Village people are now killed. The people he was cared about the most in that world, that were part of that world. And yeah, Ruby essentially mocking them, saying that they weren't real. Which we don't know. They could have been, they could not have been. We don't even know if this world is real for all we know. This could be this could be the afterlife or purgatory for all we know. Or this could be a dream. We don't know. Because if we're going with the whole theme with Alice in Wonderland, I mean, the whole thing was kind of a dream. She woke up and, well, I don't know. Like I said, it is possible, because if they can't reverse that time fruit thing and he stays that age, it is possible he might sacrifice himself so they can get out. If it requires a sacrifice for them to leave. If. Don't know. We haven't gotten that far. And who knows? We don't know. And who knows? Lewis might be there for all we know, and we might be able to get some answers. But, yeah. Anyway, Anyway, like I said, we don't know how long he's been there. He's been there for God knows how long, all by himself, with nobody else who understands him or his situation. And yeah, his sanity probably isn't that good right now. We don't know. At least according to what we've seen in the show. And I do feel bad for the poor guy. He didn't deserve all this. None of them did. And, yeah, I can understand him snapping on everybody, but I know that it kind of is Ruby's fault a little bit, because Neo did, fall down there because of Ruby. And Neo hates Ruby, and would come after her. But at the same time, she doesn't like any of them. So she would have come after them anyway. Whether Ruby was there or not. So he can't entirely blame Ruby on that one. In fact, she didn't want all this to happen anyway. She didn't want them to all end up here. And with the whole getting everybody out of Atlas and that plan failing and everything, that was probably their best plan they could come up with on the fly, considering how much time they probably had. And the circumstances that was going on. Because they didn't probably have a lot of time before Salem was to come back from being blown up. So they had to hurry and come up with an idea to get everybody out without Salem or anybody else of the bad guys finding them and attacking them. So that plan was probably their best plan to come up with them at that point in time. And as for it failing, they didn't know that Cinder was in that crowd of people. They didn't know. So they didn't know that was going to happen. Stuff like that can happen with plans. You can't always predict what will happen. That wasn't Ruby's fault. Essentially, they all did the best they could with the information and the resources that they had at the time. Yes, it sucks that Salem now has she has the lantern and the, staff. Not good, considering the staff is the staff of creation. Unless it's got a limit, like the lantern's got. Do you think the staff has a limit on how many times it can be used? If so, that would probably be the best way of keeping her from getting whatever she wants. Because there has to be some kind... Aren't there other limits on it? Don't you have to be, like, really specific on your wording? Well, then again, that is a genie. Oh, yeah. Still, that wasn't Ruby's fault. And Ruby tried to save her. For crying out loud. If Neo has to be angry at anybody, he needs to be angry at Cinder. Well, then again, Cinder's taken her in and helped her more times than we know of anyway. So, I guess one time that she betrayed her, more than likely, I don't know if that's gonna be... I assume it might be affecting her, who knows? I don't know. We haven't gotten to see enough of Cinder... Neo in this whole situation in Volume 9 yet to see what is going through her head. And also, can Neo talk? We've not heard her talk. At all. Is she mute? Or does she just choose not to talk? Because I've been wondering that myself. But yeah, all that going on, I can understand Jean snapping and getting angry at Ruby, but still, that wasn't all Ruby's fault. Blaming her for everything was not cool, because it wasn't all her fault. Yes, it all sucks, but yelling at her wasn't the smartest idea. Yes, it wasn't nice of her to say what she said about who he considered his friends in that world. Well, they were the closest thing to friends he had in that world, besides his obvious friends, but still. Blaming her for everything else. She's not to blame for completely everything, because like I said, stuff like that can happen where plans don't always go the way you want. You do with what you can with what information and resources you got at the time, and you just hope and pray that it works. Just didn't work. Huh. Okay. I did not know that. Okay. Thank you for that information, because I had no clue. Okay, so she is mute, but it wasn't intended at first, but they just decided to change it. Okay. Okay, and I don't know if I've covered everything for Jean. Let me know if I didn't. But, okay, let's go to Ruby next. Her getting angry. And, this was one that was a long time coming. And I'm assuming it's been a long time coming since Pyrrha's death and the whole Fall of Beacon thing. Excuse me. Sorry. Anyway, yeah. Her getting to skip 2 years to go to Beacon early might have seemed like a good idea at the time, but at the same time, it wasn't. Sorry guys, hang on. Oh, didn't mean to hit that. God dang. Sorry, my elbow hit the enter button a few times. Hang on. There we go. Okay. Anyway, oh, okay. Well, probably a bunch of stuff I didn't notice in the dang show. But yeah, her skipping 2 years to go to Beacon early might have seemed like a good idea, but at the same time, it wasn't a good idea. Because she missed out on 2 years of extra experience she needed at Signal Academy, especially probably with her uncle. I think her uncle was already on that secret mission for Professor Osmond at the time, so... yeah, she still would have needed all that extra work, experience, training, just time to grow up that she didn't get. And, to top it all off, she got thrust into a leadership role that, yeah, she still thinks that she is not ready for, essentially. She has had to take that leadership role and hold it the entire time. Even when things have gotten crappy and things have not gone her way or gone anybody's way because she thinks she might have made a wrong decision. And that's a lot to put on a... Dang it. I'm assuming they were what? How old was she at the start of the show? 14? 15? 16? Somewhere around there? Somewhere around there, essentially. So I'm assuming by the time this has gotten around to Volume 9, let's see.
Don't call me Mr. Newton.
At most, probably 17, 18, somewhere around there, I guess. That's rude. Well, good lord, Ozpin, seriously? Yeah, she's got silver eyes, but that doesn't mean you can just thrust her into a leadership role and have her essentially grow up a lot faster than she needed to. Not cool, dude. You might have lived for so freaking long, but yeah, you ain't always making the smart decisions. But then again, he has said that he has made more mistakes than any man, woman, or child on this dang earth, so I think it's another mistake he made, man. Even though she probably would have made a good leader had she been able to come in after that 2 years. Then again, she would have been on a squad with none of the others because they would have been on their own squad, or it probably would have been Yang, Weiss, Blake, and somebody else in their own team, and then Ruby would have been with who knows who else. But still, she would have had all that training and extra experience that she needed to grow up. Because essentially, she was a child still. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whew. Almost dropped my phone. Okay, so she is probably not 17 at this point. Okay. Okay, so her sister is probably around 19, maybe 20 at this point at the oldest. Because her sister was starting out at Beacon that year, so I'm assuming they were around... Oh, wait, no, never mind. She's older. Because Yang, I think, is the older of the sisters. At least a year older. If not... Wait, what am I saying? How old is she? She was already starting at Beacon, so she was already 2 years older. Yeah, she was probably around 1920. What am I saying? I started thinking... Oh my god, what the freak is wrong with my head? I cannot thank her, guys. Anyway, how long have I been streaming for? Let me see. 5:33 was when I started. I've been streaming for almost an hour. Okay. Anyway, she essentially didn't have that time to grow up. She was forced to grow up quickly, considering all the events that happened over the first 3 volumes. And yeah, she had to see how making decisions could either go good or go badly for her, and she had to live with the guilt whenever it didn't go good. Especially when Volume 3 hit. With Pyrrha's death, I imagine that got worse. Considering, I think that was, I'm assuming, survivor's guilt as well. Probably Jean more so, considering if she hadn't sent him flying in his little locker thingy, he would have probably tried to go with her. And, yeah, like I said, being a leader is just being even worse on her now, considering, like I said, the event, now that they know about Salem, and, well, the fact that if she gets all the artifacts, and I don't know what she's going to do with all the maiden powers, but I imagine it's not going to be good. And the fact that, like I said, if she gets all the artifacts, the world essentially is doomed. That, weight of stopping her is now a lot more on Ruby's shoulders, considering the whole Silver Eye power is now a very good effect against the Grimm. So, yeah, that's even more pressure on Ruby. And so far in the show, no one's really asked her how she's felt about this whole situation. If they did, I don't remember. Or even tried to help her out with this, or even tried to do something to help her get through the situation as best she can without, like, mentally, emotionally. If they have, she hasn't listened, essentially. And also the fact that Yang losing her arm is probably also being her feeling guilty over that too. Essentially, a lot of bad things coming up in the whole of the show, just building and building and building up, making her feel more and more guilty, and making her question whether she's even up for being a leader in the first place, and probably whether she's even qualified to even be a huntress in the first place, considering all this stuff is going on. And the fact that now, Salem's got 2 of the artifacts and still has the maiden power of the fall mate. I think it was a spring maiden, sorry. No, which maiden does Cinder have? Oh, no, I think she's got the fall maiden. I think. Because I think Raven has the spring maiden, and Winter now has the winter maiden. Yeah. Because, I kind of been speculating that maybe, Ruby's mother was maybe the Summer Maiden? And maybe Ruby has the power of the Summer Maiden now, considering her mother's dead? Or I'm speculating that she's dead because she could be in this realm for all we know. Oh, hang on, guys. I just noticed the freaking lighting. Hang on. There we go. There we go. But, yeah. I know some people are probably speculating that Ruby has the power of the Summer Maiden, since we don't know who the Summer Maiden is. And, I mean, it would make sense if the Summer Maiden was her mother, what was her name? Summer Rose? And we haven't seen her, and the power's passed down to the last person that they think of, usually a girl. And I'm sure that Ruby would have been the last thing on her mother's mind before she died. If she died. Because some people, from what I've seen in the comments of the which episode was it? Last episode was volume 7. Volume 5, episode 5, I think, when the reveal of Jean was in. That the axe that she was looking at was Summer's axe. I don't know. We don't know. We can always speculate on this sort of thing until it gets revealed one way or another. Ah, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. You don't want to get the main characters too overpowered. So, at most, it would be a relative, like with Weiss's sister. Oh yeah, another thing that Ruby would be pissed about. That Jean was the one that killed Penny. Well, then again, Penny asked him to. Because it was either that or Cinder would take her power. And she knew that Cinder couldn't get it. And I think Jean was the only one that was around at the time to help with that. So, yeah. I think once Ruby calms down, everybody calms down and everything, I think Jean's gonna have to tell her. Hopefully she'll understand, but she probably won't be happy about it. Why on earth would Summer be helping Salem? The only reason I could think of as to why she would be helping Salem would be if Salem was keeping threat of hurting Ruby as I guess an ultimatum. But even then, I would assume that she would have gone to Ozpin or sent some kind of coded message to Ozpin or something about that. I don't know. I'm sure there are wild theories out there, and there are probably even wilder ships out there, which brings me to the whole Bumblebee ship, which I am happy about. Because that kind of got hinted a little bit in, dang it, which volume? I don't remember which volume anymore. Which volume was it, guys? I don't even remember. It was the volume that they finally killed Adam in. It kind of got hinted a little bit at that, I think. Or, let me know if you guys... When was the earliest that ship kind of got hinted at? In the show. Because I didn't even notice it until... around that time where they got to the episode where the kind of the whole Walking Dead thing type grim thingy popped up. What? I'm busy.
Can I buy something but it's free?
No.
This is free.
I don't care. You're not getting anything on the tablet.
No, look at it.
No.
Yes.
No, Wyatt. We can talk about this later. Later.
Look at it.
No.
I guess I'll get it.
You're not getting it. If I gotta approve it, you're not getting it. Because the tablets are under my thingy, which means that I have to disapprove or approve any apps they want.
Look at it.
Nope. Okay, so, the very first minute. Why do you think... Oh! Hang on. Where did you pop up? SQX Barto. I'm sorry. I ain't even notice. I didn't even notice you popped up in the stream. I am so sorry. I didn't even acknowledge you. I am sorry. But what makes you think that she liked her from the very minute? I just figured that she would just thought of her as a potential friend, at least. But yeah, okay, the Adam fight was in volume 6. I couldn't remember because the volumes had kind of meshed together a bit after Volume 3, to be honest with you, because I don't remember, like, when specific volume, what happened in the end of specific volumes and stuff. It's just all blurred together for me, considering how long ago that was when I did it. What the heck is even blooming? It's a Minecraft thing. I am not purchasing those stupid Amazon coins. Oh, damn it. Anyway, what was I saying? But yeah, I like that there's actually another canon ship in this one. I don't even know what the little ship name is for Ren and Nora, because that's the first one that popped up, which I was actually happy about because that's cute. Because I thought that out of all of them, I thought those two would actually end up getting together. It would be cute because they've been childhood friends since that whole attack on the village. And like I said, they actually understand each other a lot better than they understand the others. I don't even know what the ship name for that is. Well, I already knew the nickname for the Yang Blake one. I knew that was Bumblebee. Oh. I just thought she was trying to make conversation. Trying to come up with a compliment or something. I didn't think she was actually flirting. Because then again, I didn't know which characters were swung that way and which ones didn't. You know? Because there's not a lot of guys, main guy characters in this show that pop up enough. So I figured that if there were any other ships, that some of them might be same sex, which I'm completely fine with, obviously. I just didn't know which ones they would be. Because, like I said, I've seen some really, really weird ones. From what I've seen on dang, I don't even remember where I saw it, to be honest with you. I don't know if it was on Google, on a comment on a video, or on a Wikipedia. I don't have no clue. But yeah, there's some really weird ones. I'm sorry, but that little flirting comment, it just makes me smile. It's cute. Anyway, but yeah, that whole breakdown that Ruby had, that was just a long time coming. I do wonder, though, what's going to happen in the next episode, because they're going to have to find her, and she's going to have to do some thinking, obviously. They're going to have to do some reflecting on this whole situation, because if they didn't do anything to help her through this mentally, emotionally, or anything, then they're partially to blame for that whole breakdown and how she's feeling. So they're going to have to do some reflecting on this. And Jean's going to feel like an ass for causing it partially. I know there's a really weird one. What was it? It was a ship between Ruby and her weapon. I'm like, what? The fuck is wrong with people? I know she likes Crescent Rose, but good God, people, don't make it weird. What am I saying? Freaking Rule 31 right there, Rule 32 right there. What was the rule? What was it called? Rule 32, 31, something like that. If there's a porn, if there's a ship of it, or there's a, what was the rule? Oh my God! I think the joke is that if it exists, there's a porn of it. I think that's what it is. Rule 34. That's what it was. But yeah, I know there's some weird shit on this on the internet, especially involving certain shows. Oh my God! Don't even get me started on some shows. That's a bad ship in itself, considering they're half sisters. I don't do incest. No. No. Now, if they're not blood related, then that's a whole different story. Like, step siblings, but still. You gotta for the step sibling thing, you kind of have to warm me up to it. I'd have to kind of warm up to that kind of thing, but any kind of partial blood relation thing, no. No. No way. And another one is anything that involves minors. Adults and minors. AKA there's one, any of the main characters with Ozpin, for example. Because we all know how old Ozpin is. Way too old! Considering how many lives this guy has lived. Now, physical age in that body that he was in, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, I gotta go deal with them. So I'll have to end this stream now. But I will try and do another stream, maybe Monday, Tuesday, something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I hope you guys are excited for more RWBY tomorrow. I'll